Lots of noise in crypto. Look for the signal. Cardano is getting real adoption and growing as an ecosystem under the harshest conditions our industry knows. Like Bitcoin, this is being done in a completely decentralized way. When Charles Hoskinson made this unusual tweet about Cardano on June 28th, somehow we knew that a big development was on its way. Now, we are ready. This is not one of those wild imaginations, but Cardano is going to surpass Bitcoin. In a recent episode of the popular crypto market YouTube series, Cheeky Crypto, the host, known as Nick, delved into an in-depth analysis of Cardano ADA. This was definitely an interesting episode. Nick started by discussing the total value locked in Cardano, which at the time stood at about $155 million. He pointed out that despite the dollar value of ADA diminishing, the amount of ADA being locked up has remained stable. He sees this as a positive sign for Cardano's future. Discussing the wallet counts for Cardano, he mentioned that there are 2,832 wallets with over 1 million ADA, which are primarily held by large institutional players. These wallet holders have been relatively stable, reflecting no significant increase or decrease over the past year. From all indications, Cardano has experienced certain important changes, and Nick highlighted this fact by referencing recent developments with JED stablecoins issued by CAUDI. The stablecoins have seen upgrades and improvements, including additional functionality and flow optimizations. He believes that these developments will positively impact Cardano and ADA's price action in the near term. Switching to technical analysis, Nick observed that ADA is currently in a zigzag pattern, indicating potential downside, and discussing the possibility of an extension in a Wave 5 position, despite the bearish short-term outlook. Nick remains optimistic about ADA's long-term prospects. Well, the good news is that everything pointed out by the crypto expert resonated with Cardano's founder keynote speech at the Rave Evo conference. Watch out, a big shocker is coming your way. In a riveting keynote address at this conference, Charles Hoskinson, the visionary CEO of Input Output Global, sent ripples throughout the cryptocurrency space with a bold prediction that Cardano could dethrone the two crypto giants, Bitcoin and Ethereum, to become the world's largest cryptocurrency. No, don't laugh about it. Regardless of Cardano's current position as the 8th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, Hoskinson's audacious assertions reflect his deep belief in the potential of on-chain governance and the transformative power of decentralized decision-making. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. Charles Hoskinson envisions Cardano not merely as a cryptocurrency, but as the foundation for a new digital society, a place where trust and integrity are restored in the world fraught with criticism and skepticism. I think it's going to become the backbone of a new digital nation, a new society, a place where we can begin to trust each other again, where we move from the don't be evil to can't be evil, he said passionately. In addition, the Cardano founder did not mince words when critiquing the governance models of Bitcoin and Ethereum. He drew attention to Bitcoin's static design, which has remained largely unchanged since its inception over a decade ago. According to him, this static nature could potentially expose vulnerabilities in the long run. For Ethereum, Hoskinson challenged its leadership's dismissal of on-chain governance as unattainable. With the crypto landscape speedily evolving and platforms gathering millions of users, he argued that embracing some form of decentralized decision-making could be a strategic advantage rather than a liability. Also, Hoskinson expressed his unwavering faith in human potential when addressing concerns about the disruptive nature of decentralized governance. Hoskinson's passionate belief in the improvement of society through decentralized governance was also evident when he said, "I've always believed in the best in people." Okay, let's try and be objective here. Claiming the mantle of the world's largest cryptocurrency is no small feat, and for Cardano to rise to such a prominent position, it would need to not only substantially expand its user base, but also navigate regulatory and technical hurdles. According to Hoskinson, Cardano will become more than just a cryptocurrency, envisioning it as a bedrock of novel digital nation, a realm where trust is revitalized and integrity is inherent. However, this is not wishful thinking. While Hoskinson's optimism for Cardano's future shines brightly, there are so many factors that must be positioned accurately for Hoskinson's word to see the light of day. His words were highly sensitive predictions. Moving forward, Hoskinson acknowledged that as crypto platforms evolve and encompass millions of users, adopting some form of on-chain governance could be a strategic advantage rather than a liability. For Hoskinson, this form of governance could be a tool for renewed community engagement and trust. Are these predictions too good to believe? There are still so many fears about the Cardano ecosystem, and sometimes investors avoid ADA based on the fact that nothing significant has been sustained there. Things went berserk when the SEC came after Cardano ADA and other cryptocurrencies in June. Prices went down. However, in a recent interview, Hoskinson countered the belief that the SEC is venting its gall on Cardano ADA. He downplayed the severity of the predicament. During the interview, Hoskinson cleared the air about the SEC's stance on Cardano, emphasizing, It's very important to be accurate with our language. There's no coming after Cardano. This comment came after some speculations that the SEC labeled Cardano's ADA token as a security, but Hoskinson reiterated that there has been no enforcement event against the token. Well, as reported, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong hinted at the possibility of delisting several tokens, including Cardano ADA, due to a lawsuit by the SEC. In his bombshell lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase, the SEC alleged that 13 out of the 240 digital assets available in their platform were unregistered securities. Armstrong acknowledged that the delisting of ADA could be a worst-case scenario, but after Ripple's partial win against the SEC injected some optimism into the crypto community, the agency is now fighting back. It has even requested permission to appeal a ruling that declared XRP as not being a security. What more can we say? Now, it seems that all cards are in Cardano's favor. Are the Cardano critics going to go silent now? Well, maybe, maybe not. With Hoskinson's speech, so many things just got started. The good ones and bad ones. While Hoskinson's proclamation has garnered admiration and anticipation, dissenting voices within the cryptocurrency community remain. Evan Van Ness, a prominent member of Consensus, an Ethereum advocate, criticized Cardano, labeling it a quote-unquote zombie chain due to its position below base TVL. It's been live for just a couple of weeks, but at Build on Base has already flipped Cardano and TVL, even new and immature, he tweeted. This kind of statement is not the first of its kind from Van Ness, who previously pointed out that Cardano's perceived lack of transaction activity almost a year ago. The criticisms won't stop, but Cardano will continue to grow. Recently, the Cardano founder engaged with an online detractor who criticized the network's development roadmap. In a series of posts, Hoskinson defended Cardano's ongoing work on key upgrades like Hydra and Mithril. The interaction occurred on social media platform X, where the user made several predictions targeted at Cardano's technical direction. The tweet speculated that Hoskinson would soon abandon work on scaling solution Hydra while pivoting to other tools like input endorsers. It read, "Cool, let's make a bet. My prediction is that within 6 months, Charles will stop talking about Hydra. We never actually said that it was a viable solution for everything. It's only good for a few specific things. Has a level set on input endorsers. That's the long-term goal, but it's hard and will take a few years." And starts to prepare the community that while he still hates Ethereum, it is still the devil. They kinda need to build all the same things and make the same choices. He'll say, "Our plan was always that if it works on Ethereum, we can just copy it, and rolls up and data availability have always been the future of Cardano too." However, Charles Hoskinson responded, "It's getting delusion town now. Hydra is live on the mainnet and evolving fast. Mithril is live as well, and the first step towards a rich DA and light client strategy. We've already designed a significantly better way of handling transactions via tiered pricing and Babel fees." He added, "There has been a roll-up strategy since Midnight was conceived 4 years ago. The protocols and primitives had to catch up and are getting there. Meanwhile, Ethereum has a dumpster fire of a consensus layer, has a terrible programming model that they can't change, and is even getting eaten alive by its own layer 2 ecosystem. Cardano's sidechain plans mutually benefit both Cardano and the sidechain. We are living rent-free in the maxi mines. I pity them." Okay, that was funny, but let's get back to the main thing. Are Hoskinson's bold predictions going to ever come true? Cardano as a digital backbone? Is it too good to be true? But anything can happen, right? That's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you hit the subscribe notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.